This video is going to present about the accounting standard in Islamic banking. Before that, let me introduce you to our group members. My name is Sheikh Muhammad Firdaus. Others is Muhammad Daniel Harudin, Nuridayu binti Tamim, and Nur Shamimi binti Ibrahim. We will discuss about the AAOIFI, MASB, and other organizations. First, let's take a look at the AAOIFI. AAOIFI stands for Accounting and Auditing Organization for Islamic Financial Institution. AAOIFI is established in 1991 and based in Bahrain. It is the leading international not-for-profit organization primarily responsible for development and issuance of standards for the global Islamic finance industry. Its standards are adopted by central bank and regulatory authorities in a number of countries. The role of AAOIFI. Their role is to prepare accounting, auditing, governance, ethics, and Sharia standards for Islamic financial institutions and the industry. AAOIFI has now issued a total of 94 standards, consisting 54 Sharia standards, 26 accounting standards, 5 auditing standards, 2 code of ethics, and 7 governance standards. Their mission is standardization and harmonization of international Islamic finance practices and financial reporting in accordance to Sharia. Their vision is to guide Islamic financial markets operation and financial reporting on Sharia principles and rules, to provide Islamic financial market with standards and guidelines that can support the growth of the industry. Let us take a look on the structure of AAOIFI. The next one is MASB, which stands for Malaysian Accounting Standard Board Islamic. The Malaysian Accounting Standards Board is established under the Financial Reporting Act 1997 and as an independent authority to develop and issue accounting and financial reporting standard in Malaysia. The MASB, together with the Financial Reporting Foundation, make up the new framework for financial reporting in Malaysia. This new framework comprises an independent standard setting structure with representation from all relevant parties in the standard setting process, including preparers, users, regulators, and the accountancy profession. Let's take a look at the functions of MASB. The first is to issue new accounting standards as approved accounting standards and to review, revise, or adopt existing accounting standards. Next is to issue statement of principle for financial report. Develop a conceptual framework for the purpose of evaluating proposed accounting standards. Next is make such change to proposed accounting standard as considered necessary. Seek the view of the FRF in relation to new and existing standard statement of principle and changes to proposed standards. Next is determine the scope and application of accounting standard and to perform such other function as the Minister of Finance may prescribe. Now, the mission of MASB. Their mission is to develop and promote high-quality accounting and reporting standards that are consistent with international best practices for the benefit of users, preparers, auditors, and the public in Malaysia. In a wider context, the MASB seeks to contribute directly to the international development of financial reporting. Now, the objective of MASB: to develop high quality of national accounting standard for financial reporting that benefit users. Next is to bring out harmonization of national accounting standards. The third is to promote and use the application of those standards by the way of communication with and education of users, preparers, auditors, and the public. Other groups involved in the setting process of Islamic accounting standards. The Financial Reporting Foundation. FRS is established under the Financial Reporting Act 1997. The FRS comprises representation from all relevant parties in the standard setting process. The FRF, as a trustee body, has responsibility for the oversight of the MASB performance, financial and funding arrangement, and as an initial source of view for the MASB on proposed standard and pronouncement. It has no direct responsibility with regard to standard setting. This responsibility rests solely with the MASB. Let's take a look at the function of FRF and its relation with MASB. Their function is to provide its view to the MASB on any matter which the MASB seeks to undertake or implement with respect to the development and issue of the accounting standard and a conceptual framework. FRF next function is to review the performance of the MASB, to be responsible for the financing arrangement and the operation of MASB. Next is to engage or to employ persons and determine the conditions of such appointment as are necessary to assist the FRF and MASB perform their functions under the Act, to administer the fund established to finance the ongoing operation of FRF and MASB. AAOIFI Islamic Finance Working Group. AAOIFI stands for the Asian Oceanian Standard Setters Group, is a grouping of accounting standard setters in the Asia-Oceanian region. Within the AAOIFI are several working groups to provide input into topics that are important to the region. MASB is the leader of the AAOIFI Islamic Finance Working Group, whose other members comprise standard setters from Australia, China, Dubai, Korea, Pakistan, and Saudi Arabia. The objective of the working group is to facilitate AAOIFI members by providing input and feedback to the IASB on the adequacy and appropriateness of proposed and existing international financial reporting standards to Islamic financial transactions and events. So now, we have learned about the AAOIFI, the MASB, the FRF, and the AAOIFI Islamic Finance Working Group. For the next one is, can we apply the AAOIFI financial accounting standards? Based from the MASB website, it says that while it is a pioneer in Islamic standard setting, the MASB is concerned that AAOIFI accounting standard may not have been developed based on a conceptual framework similar to the MASB approved accounting standards. Thus, the MASB has not approved AAOIFI financial accounting standard for use by entities under its purview. However, the inclusion of additional disclosure required under AAOIFI standards, if appropriate, may be acceptable. So, that's all from us. Thank you for listening.
Created using Powtoon.